I hope you're well wherever you are. Welcome back to Sophia Live. Now we are still on Cyrus Jirongo's tragic death, and activist Francis Gaitho is alleging that Cyrus Jirongo was assassinated on the orders of William Ruto, and he is saying that this time round Kenyans will not keep quiet, because according to his wordings and what he has shared on social media, this is becoming a norm, this man. So I'm going to read his long post that he has made or he has shared on X, formerly Twitter. And it reads, William Ruto cannot continue slaughtering Kenyans like insignificant pests indefinitely. There comes an inevitable breaking point when the nation rises in unison and declares enough is enough. No matter the fabricated tales they are spinning, the relentless smear campaigns and character assassinations unleashed by complicit media outlets, or the revisionist propaganda peddled by paid shills masquerading as activists, none of it will extinguish the unyielding pursuit of justice. Cyrus Jirongo was assassinated on the orders of William Ruto. His final documented encounter was a fateful meeting with National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula on the evening of Jamhuri Day, December 12, 2025, at a Karen restaurant hours before the so-called accident. Together, they orchestrated his heinous act, and no barrage of disinformation or cover-ups will silence the growing demand for transparency and accountability. The truth will prevail, no matter how desperately they try to bury it. This is Gaitho's message directed to Ruto, and he is telling him that enough is enough. We've seen enough of it, and it is time for Kenyans to say that we cannot let this man continue to do this thing. So, I don't know what you think about Cyrus Jirongo's death. How do you see it as a Kenyan? Okay, so far we've had information. So far we've seen the CCTV camera. So far we've had the post-mortem has already been done. The results is out there. So, in your own opinion, in your own observation, in your own conclusion, can you say that this was just a normal road accident? Or you feel there is something that is missing? What is that missing part that you feel like is making this whole thing just a mere story? Is there something that you feel that if you are told, you will be satisfied that indeed this was just a normal accident? Because to me, I have an issue, and I'm insisting on this. I have an issue with the disappearance, the mysterious disappearance of the 65 passengers. And another thing is this. Immediately after that accident, we never even saw that. Even the CCTV is not capturing the 65 passengers trying to at least to shout, to scream. We all know if a bus gets an accident or a normal car, the survivors, those who are lightly injured or the survivors, will scream because of the panic and all that. So we could at least see some movements, how people react to accident naturally. But this one is missing. And this is the fact that I am sticking with. Unless they tell me something about this, I'll be satisfied. But until now that they are hiding all this information, then I'm even saying that probably this is just not a normal accident. So as a Kenyan, we've seen the reports, we've read from what the legacy media is reporting, we've seen what the CCTV is saying, we've seen a lot. Some of the friends have spoken. We now understand that the last person he had a meeting with was the National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula. So, with all this information in your hands, what can you say about Cyrus Jirongo tragic end? Are you concluding that this is politics at play, or you feel this was just a normal accident. We know the 2027 politics is coming, and we know one of the regions that this regime will be looking forward to get votes from is the Western region. And we know Cyrus Jirongo was not supporting this regime. So, and even there are some stories, there are some claims that he was planning for a mega political rally in Kakamega. These are some of the stories that we've read about is coming out to the public. So you see, these people are so desperate for votes. And you see, when you see your enemy or your rival politician trying to bring his people together, we know our politics, not like we were born yesterday. No, we've been following politics for quite some time. And if indeed that Cyrus Jirongo was trying as much as possible to bring the Luya community together, then we can now say that indeed he had to go. He had to go. Politics is brutal. Our politics is brutal. We all agree with that fact. So, as a Kenyan, I want to leave this question to you. Do you really believe that Cyrus Jirongo's accident was just a normal accident as a Kenyan? Or you feel like the government should tell us more? You see, even before the CCTV was released, there were claims that the CCTV were deleted or were being hidden. And we all know there is only one person who can order the CCTV to be taken down. We all know who that person is. This is scary. It is really scary. And the same way Gaitho is saying, this should not continue. We're still talking about Raila's death. After we have not even healed from that, because we still have issues with that. Not like people are just silent. No. You can follow some of the conversation online and see how Kenyans still don't believe that this was just a natural death. Well, we know that. You know, sometimes we want to believe that. But the behavior of the regime of the day, how they behave, how they act, the kind of information they release to the public, the psyops they try to create, is always making us now ask more questions, is pushing us to ask more questions. If a politician dies and we see that the government is not trying to create psyops here and there, then we'll believe that, of course, it was just a natural death. But someone dies and the regime is trying to create psyops from morning to evening. The last 3 days, it's just been about a lot of issues. If you've been observing, but if you've been keen enough, you'll notice they're trying to get our mind busy somewhere else. They're trying to get ourselves focused on something else. And that is the thing that raises even, pushes us to raise these concerns. So for Cyrus Jirongo, the journey has ended. But was it a natural, normal road accident, or there is something more to it? Give me your comments, give me your opinion. I just want to hear from you people. I've done several videos on this, and I've just given my honest opinion about it. I have a pending, I think before the end of the day, I will upload my CCTV review of what I think, because I've done that. So I just want to hear from you people. What is your opinion about this? Are you satisfied? Well, we agree. Jirongo was a bad man for this country. But that should not give people permission to do what they did. I want to hear from you, Kenyans. Send me your comments, your opinion. I will read maybe it out in my next video. Please do. I want to know what you're thinking. I want to know what you've understand, the information you've gotten from the CCTV, trying to add 1, 2, and 3, and 4, what you've gotten from your own review, from your own understanding, and from your own monitoring of the kind of information we are being subjected to at the moment. So that is it for me for now, and thanks for watching. This is Sophia Live.